Hi, it's me, Dan, and today I am hyper as fuck. I had so much sugar because of the story that I'm about to tell you. So, today I got my blood taken. Right. I need to stop being so chaotic because right now, seriously, right. So, let me give you some backstory. I am absolutely terrified of needles. Absolutely terrified of needles. Have been since I was a child because of past childhood experiences. Um, and basically, whenever I go to take a blood test, go to get a shot, I basically piss my pants because I am so scared. Not really, because that's gross, but like figuratively. Obviously, duh. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Right, sorry, can you tell I'm like hyper? Right, so today, I had a blood test scheduled to check on my kidney. Kidney? No, not kidney. Liver. There we go. The one that regenerates pretty fast and is made of blood and shit. That one. That one. The liver. To see if my liver was good and if I was doing okay because of some medication I take. And it it went. I don't I don't know how it went. I'm gonna tell you. So it started off with my morning. It was a normal morning, but I don't eat ever breakfast because it makes me sick. So I went in without eating. Smart idea. I am so smart. So I walk in and I'm shaking like a leaf. Mind you, I'm not like cold. I'm wearing clothes, but I am shaking. I have not shaken this much ever since I've had panic attacks. Like, it was truly a problem. I walk in, and they sent me to the wrong floor. So then the nice lady, she was, guys, when I say that this woman was niceness, caring, and absolute loveliness incarnate, I mean it. She gave off such mama bear energy. I loved her. Like, literally, my experience would have been 1,000 times worse if she was not so nice. But she was, so good thing for me, right? So she ushers me upstairs in a room, and I am pale, I am shaking. You would think that they already took blood from me, but no, I was just terrified. So she sits me down and she looks at me like for 1 second after I tell her I am scared of needles, and she goes from "Hello, nice to meet you" to "Oh my god, are you okay?" Because I get such high anxiety around needles because, right, I was in A&E like what, 2 years ago? I don't know, I can't count. And they had to take blood from me for a test. And they poked my arm, I swear to God, 10 times plus. Like, my dad said he stopped counting after 10 times, and I was numbed, but they poked so hard and so deep, I fucking felt that. Like, it was painful. They literally had to do my elbow, my left elbow, my left like top of hand, then my right elbow and my right top of hand, and they literally poked me everywhere to get blood, and then they actually did, and it was like I had bruises everywhere. It was actually horrendous. So ever since then, I hate it. I hate needles. I mean, I've hated needles all my life because I've always been scared of them. As a child, I had to get a lot of needles, and I didn't like needles because who the fuck does? You think with how many times I've been stabbed by a needle, I'd get used to it, but fucking not, obviously, because I'm like, if you see a spider 30 times, you're not gonna stop being afraid of spiders. So it's the same thing with needles. Exposure therapy, sure, but if I hold a fucking spider, I'm gonna kill it. I'm not standing there for this tarantula to massage me with its legs. Fuck that shit. No, thank you. So I'm not gonna stand here, get myself poked by needles all day to get myself feel better. That's why I want a tattoo, but I'm also terrified. Right? Tangent. So I ever since then I've been scared of needles so hard. When I was younger, I would hide under the beds that they would put you in and not come out unless they told me they don't have to do the needle, or if it was something that was mandatory. Then my parents would have to wrangle me and hold me still. So your girl has been through it, sis. Like, I was just, as my parents say, a scaredy cat. So what can you do? But This time I had nobody to go with because my parents are at work and my little sister did not want to go. Therefore, I was all on my own, boys. I was going in solo. And I did it, kind of. My arm still hurts because I have like really sensitive skin and really sensitive blood cells. If it's not, was that what the fuck? I don't know. My blood comes out like a lot when you get poked by it. When I get poked by when I get poked by a needle, my blood comes out fast and a lot, and it is a problem. And my arm's gonna bruise anyway, even though like I had pressure on it. I know that. Um, it just sensitive bitch here, okay? I'm sensitive in everything. So, I get seated down, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm terrified of needles." And I tell her why. And then she's like, "Oh, bless you." I said, "The amount of times this woman said, 'Oh, bless you, sweetie,' I said, absolute sweetness incarnate. I loved her." So she took me on a bed because she foresaw what was gonna happen, and she laid me down, and she was like stroking my arm, holding my hand, telling me it's okay. I told her she might have problems finding my veins because that has happened before, and she took her time, like really poked me and waited until my vein popped out. She made me feel my vein and then was like, "Okay, so do you want me to tell you or do you want me not to tell you?" I'm like, "Don't tell me, I don't want to know." Don't, if you tell me, I'm gonna chicken out. And I stayed still as a rock, except my leg was shaking like crazy. Like, you know how like dogs, when you pet their bellies, their legs like kind of fucking have a spasm? That was me with my left leg, and she was poking my right arm. Literally, I was just having a fucking mental breakdown, but my leg was just the only one affected. Because I know if I moved my arm while she had a needle in there, that would be catastrophic. So I didn't do that because I'm not a dumbass. Right. So, basically, she poked me with that needle, and then she took so much blood. I swear to God, I passed out while I had my eyes closed, and I woke up when she was done, and she had like a tray full, and I'm just like, "How much blood did you take from me?" Like, it was insane, dude, insane. Like, and like she was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I think I just maybe passed out a little bit." Um, and then she's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like, come on, let's make you sit down and stuff." And like, I was shaking still so bad. Like, you don't understand. Like, shaking, like, it's minus 20 degrees Celsius outside, and I am in a bikini shaking. Like I was fucking, like, I was having, like, I was like, I can't think of a good metaphor, so I'm just gonna leave it. But basically, I was having a panic attack and also like was missing a lot of blood. So she sat me down, and I sat down for a really long time, and then she walked me out of the clinic because she was worried, and she's like, "I'm so scared that you're gonna pass out on the streets." And I'm like, "If I do, you'll see me again," right? Kind of thing. And so she said, "You should go get something to eat, you know, get yourself some food, something sweet to drink." And so your girl went to McDonald's because they still had breakfast. So I walk in, and this lady takes one look at me, and she makes me sit down immediately. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I just had a blood test and I need some food right now." And she's like, "Can you order?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can." And then she saw how bad I was shaking, and she was like, "No, you can't. Don't worry, sweetie. I'll do it for you." So I gave her my money, and she got me some pancakes and some hot chocolate because, of course, sweet shit. And then she helped me sit down because here McDonald's are open, but it's only to limited people, and it's like only limited seating areas, blah 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 blah, whatever. So she made me sit down, and I was like chilling, right? I was still shaking, and people were looking at me asking me if I was okay, and I'm like, "Yeah, I just had a blood test." And then I pointed to my arm, which still had the gauze on it, which, mind you, it bled through the gauze. It was crazy shit. Crazy shit, right? Like, as I said, I bleed a lot even if you put pressure. So your girl, if I ever get like more than a scratch, I probably will bleed out or something, who knows. um I still feel woozy from that shit, like, even though like I had stuff to eat. I don't know, like I had like a few pancakes and like a sandwich and stuff. So like I don't know if that's a lot of food, but I don't think it is. Um, so basically, I was seated down. I ate. It was fun. Honestly, the people today I had to deal with were so fucking nice. I wish everyone was this nice. Like seriously, absolute fucking angels, all of them. And then I took taxi home because I couldn't take a bus because probably I would have died on a bus. Because it takes so long. And if I told the taxi driver, hey, listen, um, if I pass out, it's because I just had blood taken and I'm a bit woozy. And he's like, okay, because the thing is, I am not the best at health. I've never been good with mental health, physical health, any health. So if I always make this joke that if I was in a game, my HP will always be one. You know, stands kind of moment. Uh, like always at 1 HP, always. Not even slightly more. Just my max HP is 1. If you hit me once, I'm dead. Like seriously. And I always have a poison effect on me for some reason. So basically, that's what happened. Um, I it was quite eventful actually. And now I'm recovering, and I know you might see me like be super hyper. It's because the meds I used to take used to make me really sleepy, but I ran out of them. So now this is my actual personality instead of the calm and quiet and ooh cute. You know, I'm like super fucking like getting distracted and shit because ADHD be running hella high. So I'm gonna end this here before I start rambling more. Only a few announcements. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I might start streaming because I feel like that's fun and I like speaking for long times, and it's hard for me to find ideas for videos because I have so many stories that I can say and so many things that happened. That I don't know. Tell me what you want. Do you want a story? Do you want tutorials? What do you want? Do you think streaming would be a good idea? And yeah, follow me if you want to. Subscribe, like this video, and ring the bell. Okay, so I'm gonna see you. See ya!